Okay, well, we're getting ready to start the 2024 tubbing season. As we can see, the ruins of last year, all of the materials that I put in the tubs. But none of the tubs are out because they're all currently stacked in the shed. So, one of the rare opportunities to get out in this space when there's not a bunch of stuff here. These are the plants that I overwintered outdoors, as you can see in the 36 by 24 concrete mixing tubs. They are very mixed results with overwintering. So, well, we'll start with the rushes. We'll start with the negative results first. So I'm looking at most of these Juncus inflexus, the quote-unquote soft rush, the European rush, and I'm thinking most of these are pretty hosed. I don't think they made it through the winter. I will try, I'll keep them in water and see if, for next month and a half, and see if I get any new growth off of them, but I am definitely not optimistic. I mean, yeah, it's even stuff that is kind of a little bit green is just pulling out, just crap. The spiral / twister rushes, the soft rush Juncus inflexus, the twister variety. This big one that I bought last year, I think it kicked the bucket too. As you can see, there's very little green left, and what green there is kind of looks like it's not doing good, so I'm thinking that one ate it as well. Now, some of the smaller ones that I grew out from seedlings that propagated, these look okay-ish. Like they might, I don't know if you can see on this guy, but the upper parts of the stems have died back, but the lower parts are still green. So I'm hoping that this will come back, and I've got several more here, not necessarily looking in as good of condition. I think next year I might go and try, because it seems like the ones that had leaves on them handled the cold a lot better. I might try and cover them with leaves and see how that goes. This mint plant didn't make it, which I knew was going to happen. I think the only reason I threw this in the tub was it was still flowering at the time I took all the tubs down, so I threw it in the tub just to keep it alive through the fall, to provide, nectar for end-of-season nectar for pollinators. Now which look terrible right now, but all of my creeping Jenny, they always die back like this. But you can see, I don't know how well you can see this, but like right here, that right there, that's a new bud. And I'm seeing most of these plants have new buds. Like this is my oldest creeping Jenny, actually, this one. And it is, so it seems like to me is, I do lose a few every year, a few creeping Jenny, but they die back during the winter, and I think what happens is the ones that I've had for multiple years do fine. So I think when you buy them new, they don't have very well developed root system and all that, and they'll throw out like a ton of foliage, but then but they're not, but the foliage just dies back over the winter, because it's exposed to hard frost. So if they don't have a good root system, then they just get knocked back and don't recover. But the vast majority of these that I'm seeing, have some sort of buds, that are ready to go, and I'll just go and, clear back this dead, cut off the dead foliage, and then just go from there. Yeah, my iris right here probably needs to be repotted. I'm looking at it, actually it's almost popping out of it, but you can see that it's already, I mean, they kind of have these buds like this all winter, but I've noticed that it seems like the buds are actually starting to open up a bit, so I'll be going and repotting this guy, especially because the pot, as you can tell, is kind of I believe the technical term is falling apart. Now the last plant out here, and the biggest surprise actually is this, what do you call it? Sweet flag. So sweet flag is supposed to be tolerant to USDA Zone 5. I'm at the very edge of Zone 5, between Zone 5 and Zone 4, so I figured, oh, it's just going to die over the winter, but, you know, might as well just throw it in the tubs, because, you know, who knows. And guess what? These rhizomes, for the most part, are still pretty firm. The end of this one might not, looks like it might be died back a little bit, but, you know, at least the bases of the rhizomes, nice and firm, and you can see there's buds, you know, well-developed green buds, and some of these buds are, I think they're starting to open up a bit too. And like, we still got at least a few more weeks of regular frost, and even after that we're probably going to get sporadic frost through April. But yeah, I think things are starting to well, clearly starting to wake up. And then I guess the last plant I forgot, almost skipped it, is the marsh marigold, which is a really early spring plant. And this guy, as you can see, there's a bunch of shoots that are just like waiting to pop. Like, you can see these right here, you know. See if I can get some of this stuff out of the way. So yeah, this marsh marigold looks like it's gonna have no problems, and same with the other marsh marigold, which actually looks like it's even further along. So yeah, those are the outdoor plants, and I'm gonna start setting up tubs here soon. So anyways, that's the end of the March 10th pond log.